I don't know. He's arguing about it, but it was a good call. So McKeever, who's a leading scorer for Buffalo with 16, is 2 of 2 from the line this afternoon.
So McKeever at the free throw line. I don't think Robert McKeever's had a bad day ever. I tell you.
He did on the fourth.
Well, even then, he smiles his way through it all, really. First free throw, and one free throw is no good. Crouch rushing it across midcourt for Rochester. Coker, straight up and down jumper is good. Dele Coker.
With 12 now.
Stubbs comes back the other way. Can't get it to go. Marsh gets the rebound, skies away, and as Coker was fighting for the rebound, I think Buffalo wants a timeout. They do. Buffalo's intensity in this third quarter is not good, and that's the reason why they don't have the lead and have not been able to cut into that 11-point deficit they had at halftime, Kevin.
No, they have not come out of the locker room ready to play here, although, there's my friend Steve in the red there. Although my old high school baseball teammate, this guy runs like 50-mile races.
Really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. In this weather, too. I lost my train of thought because I actually saw someone I knew on the screen, but what I did want to point out was Dele Coker. We were talking about how they came out of the locker room. Dele Coker started the game scoring. He started the second half scoring as well. Coker has 12 on the day. He is averaging 9 a game. And Anthony Stover is averaging 5.4. So what they're missing, they're not missing too much defensively because, Coker's been tough on defense, but they're getting more scoring out of that position, out of the center position. So that's very helpful today, especially on a day where Jerice Crouch, who is a team leader, isn't scoring.
You're right. Corey Ullman playing better than he did the last time Buffalo and Rochester played, but he hasn't been able to get free for three a lot today either. So the Rochester Razor Sharks getting help where they need it at that big position with Dele Coker. And anytime he can suck up minutes for Stover, who we did see in that first half, it's good for Rochester. And Darren Moore can pick up some of the slack as well. So Rochester Razor Sharks, not 100%, but they're sending out the guys they have in limited minutes. We talked about that with Coach Spun before the start of the game. He says he's got enough guys out there to fill the bill today against Buffalo.
And to answer your original question, Buffalo coming out of the locker room and playing, they've got their starters out there, but McKeever right now, well, they had him out there until the timeout. McKeever right now is the only one who is firing in all cylinders, and Johnny Marsh is out there to give this team a spark. But you've got Marsh working against Ullman. So we'll take a look and see how that works. I don't like that matchup for Buffalo.
Ullman called on his foul here, trying to steal the ball away from Stubbs. So Buffalo back to live action is got possession of the basketball. Carr driving against Freeman. Nice flip shot goes in for 2.
Yeah, that's what Glenroy Carr is going to need to do with 6 points on the afternoon. And I was kind of joking when I said McKeever needed a breather, but he took one. They could use him out on the floor.
As Jeff Stubbs back the other way off of the steal away from Dele Coker, gets it in for 2. So Buffalo came out of that timeout and got their heads together. Now facing that 11-point deficit again. Crouch, top of the key, over to Holmes. McKeever on him defensively. 5 on the shot clock. Holmes is going to have to put it up. Jumper is no good. Nobody's going for the rebound. Foul called. And they're going to get Dele Coker.
6-2 run for Buffalo. So just as we said, they're not exactly firing on all cylinders. They're doing just that. Anthony Stover is back in. So he'll give Coker a breather. Dele Coker's been terrific today.
Now Stover, not a big offensive threat. His issue for Buffalo will be defense as those guards are starting to penetrate a little bit. Stubbs tries Crouch, runs into a wall there off the Carr, flips it up and in. That's the second time we've seen a sort of flip shot by Glenroy Carr, and it's gone down. So add that to the arsenal.
He has got 8 in the game, and Anthony Stover almost got a finger on that. Trying to raise up that 6'10 frame out of UCLA. Nice pass by Allman.
Ralphie Holmes lost it. Good defense by Buffalo. Knocked away. Holmes gets it to go at the buzzer. No violation as Rochester got it off in time and got the 2 points they were looking for.
No surprise by Holmes, who has been near the basket all day.
Ralphie Holmes. I tell you, it's interesting. We found out earlier that Holmes is suffering from a groin injury. It doesn't look that way.
No, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah. He's going in full speed. Stubbs waiting for the pick to get there. Does. Weaves through it. Off balance shot, off glass, and in for 2.
So the second leading scorer for Buffalo is continuing.
As Stubbs gets the ball across midcourt, Jarice Crouch wanted to travel. Nice extra pass, foul called. That's going to be, I believe, on Freeman.
Ooh, I didn't see him touch him. I thought maybe they'd call Stover on that. I didn't see. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it's not gay, but
Freeman. The way he reacted, I could tell he was the one that picked up that foul. 5:53 left to go here in this third quarter. Rochester leading by 11 here on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network and ESPN3.
More. Genesee Construction Services has been expertly preparing sites, constructing breathtaking buildings, and standing behind every beam and balcony since 1996. If you're considering remodeling a room or your whole house, call Genesee Construction at 335-9530. The Outer Lodge, where the Sharks go to enjoy a good meal and relax. Check out the insert in your game day program for their coupon for half-price appetizers. Urgent Care Now is the fastest way to get medical treatment. Skip the long wait at emergency and go straight to Urgent Care Now.
This is 100.5 The Drive Music. 100.5 The Drive. The 90s to now. Real music variety. 100.5 The Drive.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 5:53 left to go here in this third quarter. 11-point lead for Rochester over Buffalo. Tariq Spence, Kevin Hellbrenner with you here on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network, ESPN3, Soul of the South. Thank you for all those watching, and we appreciate you here today as the Premier Basketball League has their champion Rochester Razor Sharks 5-0 on the year, taking on Buffalo 3-3. For Rochester, it is Gabe Freeman leading the way thus far, Kevin. 21 points.
21 points, 22 is his career high with the Razor Sharks. We'll talk about that at the break, but a season high, which he did against Buffalo. So he likes his Buffalo team.
Carr, second free throws, no good. Freeman nearly hit his head on the rim as he went for that rebound.
That's why they're padded on the bottom and the sides.
But not the rim. That's what concerns me.
No, the rim. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the backboard.
That ball's not the way they're going to get.
That was a kick. That was a punt.
Robert McKeever saying that was quite a pick that was set. He ended up on the deck as Stubbs kicked it.
McKeever's back in. Good choice by Buffalo to put him back in.
Allman Not giving a lot of space for that three. Takes it anyway and makes it. Corey Ullman from downtown.
Third one of the day for Corey. Needed that after last game.
Buffalo swinging it around. Stubbs thought about it, got Crouch in the air, and was able to knock down the jumper. This is what Buffalo needed last game. Jeff Stubbs has had a tough time with it. Ball nearly stolen away from Jarice Crouch, knocked all over the place, picked up by McKeever. They've got the numbers. McKeever swings it right back out, gives it up to Stubbs, who's feeling it right now, over to Carr.
And Glenroy's got 9. He could be their third scorer. They need one of the big men to get in there and score some points. Stubbs with 14.
And that foul was committed by Carr because they didn't have the numbers. Stubbs hit the deck. No foul called there. And now Coach Slaughter is wondering why.
He may have been looking for a clear path to the basket foul. But I do not believe that was the case.
Well, Slaughter is basically saying that you didn't call it on one end, but now you call it on the other end.
She has not been well, now it's 4-4, so this will be shooting.
And what was an intense 11-point lead. It's not like it's a comfortable 11-point lead.
No.
It's an intense one with Rochester and Buffalo just trading baskets here in the third.
Yeah, they got to shoot here. What are they doing?
With 4:43 left to go.
That's a 15 foul. Yeah. So we did this. It's a shooting foul. It's a shooting foul.
And if it is the 15th foul, they will be at the line. So now they've lined it up perfectly. Ullman.
It's a good team effort, guys.
Was waiting for it.
Sorry, we're telling Kraft Stevens, the referee who's in front of us, that they need to be shooting. They don't need to be taking it out of bounds here. It's fifth shot.
Coach Spawn is talking to him, and I don't think he was.
No, he wasn't listening to us.
Yeah, it wasn't. He was listening to Coach Spawn, who had a point to make.
No, but this will be shooting all the way here for both teams now. For the rest of the third, with 4:43 to play.
Ullman's second free throw is good. 4:43, as you said, Kevin. Left to go here in the third quarter. Rochester's lead expanded up to 13. Slight press, broken away, and that's what the press does to you. Get you to make a pass. Few inches off the mark results in a turnover, exactly what Rochester was looking for.
Ullman with 13, Freeman with 21 thus far. Two leading scorers for Rochester. Jarice Crouch looking for his first points.
Freeman glides right in for two. Gabe Freeman is just doing what he wants out there. Saw a lot of that in that first half. Second half, not as much thus far. McKeever, reverse layup is good.
Yeah, that didn't look like it had a prayer of going in. 18 for McKeever.
Crouch across midcourt with Stubbs on him. Just under 4 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Crouch.
What do we got?
A foul called. It's going to be on Stubbs.
Yep.
And this is what they wanted to do. We talked to Buffalo earlier. Coach Slaughter said we've got to stop Jarice Crouch. Can't let him get his way
and they
out
have.
on the court.
And they have. I mean, they're sending him to the line. First time to the line for Jarice today. This will be his first points.
Or at least don't let him get comfortable.
Right.
First free throw is no good by Jarice Crouch. Pretty solid from the line as a player for Rochester.
But she's got to be awfully happy with what they're doing to Jarice, who is a 77% free throw shooter, and he gets one.
Coach Slaughter described Jarice Crouch as simply, he just kills us.
Well, he won that first game for them almost single-handedly. No disrespect to the Rochester Razor Sharks, but he really turned it on in that fourth quarter.
Jumper by Billups is no good. Rebound Buffalo. They get another chance at it. 3.5 left to go, third quarter. Stubbs over to McKeever. McKeever gets the floater to go, but can't get it to go down. Jarice Crouch quickly up the court to Freeman. In for two. Gabe Freeman stayed in the air as the ball was being passed and was able to score. That ball nearly stolen away, but Buffalo breaks the press. McKeever gives it up down low. Can't get it in for two.
Stover
Back the
got
other
it.
way. Stover's pass to Freeman from Ullman.
That's going to mean a timeout, I would imagine.
And it does, as you predicted, 2:48 left to go here in this third quarter. And the Rochester Razor Sharks do what they do in the third quarter, separate themselves from Buffalo. 18-point lead, 70-52. We'll be back with more third quarter action next here on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network.
Empire Therapeutic Massage Center offer a wide variety of therapeutic massages at affordable prices. Call 730-8730 or check them out at the web link on the Sharks homepage. All right, fans, time to get out those 50-50 raffle tickets. Here is the winning number. The winning number, if you're holding ticket number 652118. 652118. Congratulations. Remember, half of it goes to Wee's Care, the other half is yours. Come see Mary. See her by the Shark Bench to claim your winnings. Congrats.
You make it hard to leave. Been around the world. Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
As we come out of break, possession is 2.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 2:48 left to go here, third quarter. Rochester with an 18-point lead. This is the third quarter we warned you about. You cannot let the Rochester Razor Sharks take over the third because you will have a miserable fourth.
And you didn't know they were going to early on, but they seem to have done that. A 16-point lead after Cooley's basket. They were on a 9-2 run, Tariq.
Not exactly what you want at any time. As Freeman is hit hard by Cooley and Boswell. They combine on him. Man, Gabe Freeman is really taking over this game for Rochester.
He certainly has, with 27 points, matches Corey Allman's 27 against Lynchburg back on December 29th, and Jerice Crouch had 27 on the 11th here against Buffalo. So all three of them among season leaders, but it is now Gabe Freeman who has the most points per game for a Razor Shark this season with 28.
Ralphie Holmes will take a seat. Kyle Randall will come in for him. For Rochester, it is Allman, Randall, Freeman, Crouch, and Stover. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it is Gatewood. Brendan Carruthers has just checked in. Billups, Cooley, and Boswell.
He did that usually very well. I usually just get 4 of them. And when they start moving, it's all over.
The second roster I know very well, other than the Razor Sharks, is the Buffalo 716ers.
Yes.
Billups has to reset again. 1:50 left to go here in the third quarter.
It's like watching the Globetrotters play the Washington Generals.
Yep. And the Generals, as we all know, never win.
Yeah, right. And I didn't mean it like that. I meant you're just so familiar with two teams playing each other.
Gabe Freeman able to help, wanted to help up Boswell.
He said, no, thank you.
Boswell said, no, I won't take that from you. And Boswell walks away from Freeman, and he's got to go to the free throw line.
I think you realized you were shooting.
Well, I don't even think he realized he got the call.
No, I don't think so. I think he just knocked over and that was it.
I think he assumed Rochester was going to win it, and they did not. Boswell's first free throw is no good, so Freddie Durr will come in for Corey Allman as he gets a seat.
We have no season stats for Boswell, by the way. Brand new addition to this team.
Buffalo is one thing they've done is they have tinkered with their roster. Here and there they've tinkered, adding guys, taking away guys, trying to get the right combination to beat Rochester.
Yeah, and it wasn't the case last year. I mean, they started with 15 and probably ended with 8.
And they foul
that gonna be
on
a three?
Boswell as he
Shot foul.
foul Freeman. Freeman will go back to the free throw line. And this game is obviously not in favor of Buffalo now, and it would take a momentous fourth quarter to bring it back into their favor. But Gabe Freeman, just continuing to be a problem for Rochester. You know, interestingly enough, Freeman and Crouch, as you can see on the foul there, Boswell got him on the forearm. Second free throw good. Freeman has just been hampered with injuries to start out. They needed him today because Crouch, we all know, is not 100%. That's no good by Billups. Rebound Boswell. It's a fresh clock for Buffalo.
Freeman's got 31. He's got no tape on his hand that was hampering him, although he's still outscoring many of the players. Stover, who is not 100%, pulls down that rebound.
Freeman, one-on-one against Boswell, gets it to go all the way around the rim 2 to 3 times before it goes down. Freeman bringing the entire arsenal of his offense out here today.
He has scored the last 8 for the Razor Sharks.
A 21-point lead for Rochester. As Carruthers gets the right-handed layup to go.
And they needed Carruthers today, and he did not show up offensively. Certainly did defensively. Give him credit.
Freddie Durr for 3. That's no good. Stover with the rebound. And they're going to get him for the foul.
So Stover's calling for the foul. Amir Billups is down here shooting hoops.
Because Gabe Freeman took a 3 as they were determining what the call was going to be.
That's a technical. It's the second one.
And so Freeman now making his argument that there was just dead time. Buffalo, smartly enough, pointing it out, and that's how we're at the line now.
Yeah, but Billups was down here taking foul shots, which they clearly didn't see. So Billups makes the tack.
But the game ball is what Freeman had. It's ticky-tack, but Buffalo was awake enough to make the call. You got to give them credit for it.
Well, now they're even for that lineup snafu last game where Rochester got that technical foul shot and really shouldn't have had that.
Now Carruthers at the free throw line. He gets 2. Can't get the first one. Gotta improve at the free throw line if you're Carruthers, and especially with Buffalo needing every bit of these points at the line to try to get back in this game. Second one, no good. Rebound by Buffalo. So Billups back out to Carruthers. He'll try a 3. Front rim, no good. Back the other way. Crouch off to the races, doesn't have the numbers, pulls it back out. Plus 16 seconds left to go on the game clock. Now 10. He'll move with 6. Or maybe not.
With all due respect to Jerice, I'd like to see him sit down for the 4th.
Floater gets it to go. And on that note, the Rochester Razor Sharks go right up to a 20-point lead, 78-58. With the fourth quarter to come, they added to their lead at halftime by 9 points. We told you that third quarter was big for Rochester, and it showed up. Start of the fourth next. Thank you for those watching here on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network and ESPN3.
Who run the world?
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your Lady Sharks. And what we're going to do is put it back in the stands. We're going to go up and hang out with you fans and ask you some trivia. Again, we send it to Mary.
Thank you, Rocky. We're going to go a little easier this time. We have some young Shark fans. Hopefully they'll be with us for a long time. Do any of you guys play basketball? Yes. So do you like the game? All right, here's your question. It's really easy. Have you seen the shark walking around, our mascot? All right, what's his name?
Finley.
Ah, we have a winner. They do pay attention. Thank you very much. What's your name?
Andrew. Jake. Matthew.
Thank you, gentlemen.
This is how we do it.
Fans, don't forget your Sharks are back here at the Blue Cross Arena at the War Memorial on Saturday, January 24th at 1 o'clock. Come join the Sharks as they take on the Erie Hurricane.
Friday night, and I feel
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 20-point lead for Rochester, 78-58. Tariq Spence with you, Kevin Hellbrenner. Thank you for those watching on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network, Soul of the South, ESPN3.
Kyle Randall's out there. He changed his shoes. He's got green ones on now.
Step back jumper there by Jarice Crouch.
Jarice, forgive me. I said I thought you should sit out the fourth quarter. He's got the last 4 for Rochester.
Well, you know in the Premier Basketball League, 20-point lead doesn't mean the game's over. Jarice Crouch behind the back, Freddie Durr. Hello. In for 2.
6 straight for Rochester.
Not what Buffalo wanted to start the fourth quarter.
No, they really have missed Antonio Speed today. That's a wild shot. They've really missed that 15.5 point per game score. That's going to be on Darren Moore. So there's one more game scheduled against Buffalo at their place on January 31st. I'm guessing that's not going to happen, that they'll instead go to Philadelphia. But stranger things have happened, if you recall last year's playoffs.
First free throw by Carr is good. Meanwhile, the next home game for Rochester will be on the 24th against Erie, and then a few road games before they return in February against Lynchburg.
You'll be here on the 24th with an unnamed partner. Player to be named later.
We'll just put some names on a wheel and spin it. How about that? Rochester playing great defense, cross court. Freddie Durr had it, lost it, went into the stands. It'll be Buffalo's basketball.
Six-1 run for Rochester here. And it's getting late for Buffalo, even though there's 10 minutes to go.
Brooks worked hard for that one. Foul. And that was in the act of shooting, so Mr. Brooks will head to the line.
We're going to get Casey Sheehan to come in for Jarice Crouch.
So Gerald Brooks will head to the free throw line. First free throw is good. And as you reported, Sheehan is in for Crouch, who I will assume will be done for the day.
Casey averaging 6.7 per game, perfect from the line this year.
Second free throw by Brooks, good. 10:34 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Rochester with the lead, 84-61 over Buffalo. Randall had it knocked away. Boswell, push foul. Brooks as Randall hits the deck. And Randall has not had an easy time here today.
No, don't want to get him hurt.
The Buffalo, I think they did everything they needed to, as Brooks, as you can see, Push Randall right out of the way.
Brooks gets credited with a tackle on that play. Go to the new 20. We got a new clock.
As Randall and Brooks will face each other. They're trying to play very close with Randall. They know he could hurt them just as much as Jarice Crouch can. As he scoops straight through the lane, can't finish. Boswell's got to control himself, get the ball to the right guy. Finally does. Brooks for 3. That's good. There's Gerald Brooks. Hits from outside. Under 10 minutes left to go. Back to a 20-point lead for Rochester.
Brooks' first points of the game for him. He was 0 of 1 from three-point range.
Freddie Durr, baseline, spins, takes that extra step, never moved the pivot, in for 2.
Durr with 6 in this quarter. He and Crouch the only scorers.
Brooks, step back 3. That's no good. Rebounded Durr, back the other way, Rochester. Less than 9.5 left to go here in the game. Randall
put on his track shoes.
Well, he wanted to get the ball to Moore, just couldn't find the right space for it. Sheehan, baseline, layup no good. Bodies following or flying everywhere. I don't want to say flopping. That wasn't the right word.
No, Darnell Boswell got hit him. But, you know, when you see Casey take off to the rim like that, you're expecting the reverse layup with the left hand, and he got bumped underneath the rim. So he'll go to the line for 2, and Casey is perfect this year from the line.
You can see here on the replay, bodies just start flying. Casey goes down.
I said that was my fault. I said he was perfect. He's now 7 for 8.
Why did you jinx him?
Sorry, Sheehan family, although you're probably here not watching.
They might want to watch it again.
We'll watch it again.
Yeah.
He rushed those shots, too.
They're not going to like that. Stubbs met with a double team. Swings it back around from Boswell and over to Cooley. Hilton on him. Gives it up. Perfect pass and in for 2. As Boswell was in the right place, right time.
They need a little more than that. Still 20 points.
Sheehan lost the handle. Back the other way. Comes Buffalo. Stubbs trying to draw the contact. Gets the contact and the foul.
Yep.
So Jeff Stubbs will head to the free throw line. It's a trick, but if it performed well, you get that call. So 8:36 left to go here in this game. Rochester leads at 86-68 here on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network and ESPN 3.
Shark fans, time to see your best moves. Time to get out of your seats and on your feet. It is time for the Sharks Dance Cam. Yeah, that's you. Get up and dance. Mom's got it down. That's how it's done. Yeah, she's got it. In the Shark Tank, they dance. Rock and roll. How about that Finley? Don't be shy, dance on Dance Cam.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 86-68. The score, Rochester with the lead. Tariq Spence, Kevin Hellbrenner with you here on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network, Premier Basketball League action. Thank you for those watching on Soul of the South Network and ESPN3.
Not what we expected, 20 points.
Well, if you would have said this was going to be the outcome at the fourth quarter after the first quarter was done, I would have said to you, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
But Buffalo, after that first quarter, just has not been able to continue the momentum and saw the lead slip 10 points in the second quarter, 9 points in the end of the third quarter. And Rochester just trying to milk the last 8:24 so they can come away with their 6th win of the year. Sheehan, baseline jumper is no good. Buffalo back the other way.
Well, Buffalo is going to have to pick up a few wins down the road. I'm sure they're going to be happy to get away from Rochester as Boswell puts another one in, because Carolina is 5-1. They've won 5 in a row after losing the opener here to the Razor Sharks, and Buffalo's in danger of missing the playoffs.
Carolina, that matchup won't happen again for Rochester and Carolina until February 5th. And Carolina will not be back up again. Rochester goes to Carolina the 5th of February and the 6th of March. So those two teams will meet 2 more times. And I'm sure Carolina wants to avenge that one loss of the year. Foul called. They're going to get Carr, who doesn't like the call.
So just to clarify, we started the season 3 weeks early, and we're going about 3 more weeks too, it seems, because playoffs were mid-February. I don't know if that was because of weather-related issues, or we'll have to talk to Dennis about that next time he's in town. Surprised he's not here today.
Sheehan to Moore, tried to dunk it, foul called. They're going to get Carr. The last foul was not on Carr; it was on Cooley.
This has got to be number 4 or 5 on Carr.
Carr thought it was a good block, but we'll see here on the replay.
Take a look. No, he got his right hand.
Yeah, right hand.
He did get his right hand when he was on the real quick call.
You were also talking to Darren Moore at halftime, and that wasn't listed as big of an issue, but he brought it up, that knee of his.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, and so he's sort of battling through that. He's not one to complain either. He doesn't bring up injuries or nagging.
No, and I think anyone coming off the bench, you're not going to hear too much from, because he wants to get that playing time.
And a foul call that Stubbs tried to make the pass to Boswell.
So Casey's going to the line here. Nope, this is
inbound.
No, that may have been on Casey. Yeah, that was on Casey Sheehan.
Stubbs gets the ball to Carr. Brooks thought about it, and Sheehan came out to see him. Foul called.
Yeah, I don't know that he touched him. He should let him shoot the 3 from there.
And with 7 minutes, 5 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter. Brooks has a chance to cut into this lead, and he will. Still a 16-point lead for Rochester, but you don't want to lull yourself to sleep here as Corey Ullman comes off the bench. What is a 15-point lead, you can get complacent. 7 minutes is a lot of time.
Yep.
Stolen away. Cooley over to Carr. Stubbs thought about a 3. Baseline, can't get it to go. Hits both sides of the rim and isn't able to go down. Almost called for a walk. And it's stolen away as Moore was trying to lead the ball away. Brooks measures for 3. That's a big one. And Coach Sloan wants a timeout. That's not what you wanted with 6:39 left to go. The Razor Sharks offense falls asleep, takes a nap. We've got a 12-point deficit.
Yeah, Brooks has come on here in the fourth quarter the three-pointer, a couple trips to the line. He's got 7 in this quarter. Boswell with 4 points in the quarter. They need a little bit more scoring, but they are off to a bit of a run here. 8-2 run for the 7-1 Sixers, who say we're not done yet.
And what looked like in a game in which the Rochester Razor Sharks were just going to cruise through, Buffalo has put up a little bit of a fight here. And mind you, a couple of players that are on the bench, including Robert McKeever, who can drain some jumpers. If he's got his legs left with 5 minutes left to go, and this lead right now stands at 12, if it gets down to single digits, this could be a different game.
Yeah, I think we're going to see McKeever back in. Corey Allman's back in for Casey Sheehan. And the 20-point lead for Rochester is down to 12. I said an 8-2 run, also a 13-4 run. So Buffalo, while they did not play very well in the second or third quarter, have come to play here in the fourth. They are outscored 22-10 in the second period.
Well, how serious is it? Gabe Friedman, who's had one heck of a game thus far, is back in the game for Rochester. So still some work to do here. 6:33. Not cause to be alarmed here, but you don't want to let this slip away and get down to a single-point deficit. Excuse me.
Right. Freeman, who's got 33, had his shooting shirt on in the fourth. We didn't think we would see him again. I don't think we're going to see Jerice Crouch again.
Allman's three is no good. Back on the other end, Stubbs draws Randall. They try to switch, but Stubbs will stay with Randall. Spins in the lane. Foul if he had just gotten it over the rim. That would have been quite a momentum swing, but that'll put Stubbs at the free throw line.
And that was kind of a shot put. I'm going to get fouled, so I'll just put it up.
Well, it almost went down, and Jeff Stubbs at the free throw line. His first one's good. Chance to cut this down to a 10-point deficit. It's 6 minutes left to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, that's a good call right there. Stubbs has 17 on the day. This will be, just 17.
Knocked away, picked up by Moore, who almost lost it. Helton one-on-one with Boswell. Gets it off the hands. That ball was sort of tipped by Boswell. Back the other way comes Buffalo. Brooks with a big three.
That's his second one here in the quarter. He's got 10 in this quarter.
And Brooks called with the foul as they were harassing Randall. An 8-point lead for Rochester. Here comes Ralphie Holmes back into the game. This is far from over. 5:34 left to go here in the fourth. 8-point lead for Rochester. We'll be back coming up next here on the Rochester Razor Sharks Broadcast Network.
So much more. Become a part of the family and share your pictures and memories. And while you're there, be sure to click on like. Once again, fans, the next home game for your Razor Sharks is Saturday, January 24th at 1 o'clock. The Erie Hurricanes are in town. Come cheer on your champion Razor Sharks. Here comes the part of the song where it's your turn. Time to jump around.
Jump up and get down. Jump, 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 jump. I'll serve your ass like John
5:34 left to go here in this fourth quarter. For those of you who may have turned away for a moment to go get something to eat and come back, what was a 20-point lead has been cut down to an 8-point lead for Rochester, 88-80. The momentum that the Buffalo 716ers have right now, we'll see if they can keep it rolling here in the next 5.5 minutes. Freeman, one-on-one with Carr, spins, gets the ball to float in the air and go right down for two.
17-6 run for Buffalo. They have come to play here in the fourth.
10-point lead. Brooks, no good. Rebounded by Holmes. See if Rochester can catch the momentum back. It's clearly on Buffalo's side after cutting into that 20-point lead down to 10. Ullman into the corner. Holmes. 7 on the shot clock. He's going to have to put something up. Gives it to Freeman with 3, 2, pullback jumper, no good. Foul called on Carr. So with 4:48 left to go here in the fourth, you can see here on the replay, Carr right in Freeman's face.
Swan Slaughter is arguing about the foul call.
Which is a good argument. It's a good call, but it's well worth the argument. And Freeman makes the first free throw. On that replay, I didn't see a foul.
Nor did I.
And her point was too late in the game for calls like that. Second free throw by Freeman is no good. Back the other way comes Buffalo, trailing by 11. Stubbs working hard, trying to get the contact. Can't get it to go. Carr in and out, no good. Rebounded by Durbs, fighting for space. And they're going to call jump ball.
Good defense under the basket. Stubbs came over to help out.
Now, if you're Buffalo, you worked hard for this. It's 4:34 left to go here in the game. You're going to have to start making some shots here.
Yeah, well, it's going to start with the jump here, and Rochester should win this jump. See where the tap goes.
Stubbs versus Durr. But no, Carr comes away with it. Stubbs thought about a 3. Cut off there, double team, swings it over. Cooley, that's no good. Rebounded by Holmes. Back the other way. Holmes says, everybody move up the court. I'll get it across midcourt. He does. Ullman, closely defended by Cooley. Durr with it, top of the key, 7 on the shot clock. Gets it over to Freeman. Floats in the air, off glass and in for 2. Gabe Freeman coming up big here in the fourth.
He has been unstoppable this entire game.
37 points for Gabe Freeman.
He is 1 away from an all-time Sharks high by Chris Carrawell back in 2005.
That was the start of the Rochester Razor Sharks here at their 10th anniversary.
And that was double overtime as well.
Gabe Freeman's earning it all in 4 quarters and still putting in some work. Carr on him. Moves left, moves right, no contact. Call foul. Floater, gets it to go, and Carr not happy, saying that Freeman pushed off on him.
Freeman has a Rochester Razor Sharks record this afternoon with 39 points.
As foul called on Durr.
And he did it in regulation, too. Now, if they lose, doesn't mean a thing.
Well, 15-point lead. Anything can happen with 3:24 left to go here in the fourth. But that lead is going to have to get cut down mighty fast in these 3.5 minutes for that to happen.
After a 17-4 run by Buffalo, Rochester has scored the last 7 points.
First free throw by Brooks is good. They need this. Buffalo does. Now, they were able to cut the lead down to 8. Rochester's worked it way back up now, 14, pending this last free throw by Brooks. He gets it to go. So now a 13-point lead. Durr to inbounds, finds Ullman. Buffalo just rushes back on defense. Just over 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth.
7 straight by Freeman out of the timeout for Rochester has been the difference here.
Gabe Freeman couldn't get that to go. In and out, no good. McKeever with the rebound. Ralphie Holmes all over him. Brooks will get it across midcourt. He needs another 3. Can't get it to go. Doesn't draw the foul. Back the other way. Allman catches the pass. Goes underneath the hoop. Gets it to Durr. Loses it but gets it back. Brooks all over him.
Smart move. No need to rush this, rather, with 2:41 to go and a 13-point lead. You don't have to trade baskets.
As Randall finally gets an open look. Gets Brooks to step the other way. And able to knock down the shot.
Now
McKeever.
Buffalo's going to get a little desperate here with their shots.
Yeah, McKeever just driving to the hole, trying to draw the contact. Can't finish there. A foul call. It's going to be on Holmes as him and Carr got tangled up as Carr had the rebound.
Getting the timeout here.
And 2:16 left to go here in the game. Rochester with the lead, 97-82 over Buffalo here on ESPN3.
Down and see the Stoneyard girls to claim your prize. Next Level is the official strength and conditioning provider of your Razor Sharks. This block of the game is sponsored by Genesee Construction. Covered Wagon Tours is the official travel partner of your Razor Sharks. They offer an array of services from day trips to casinos to multi-day tours. Book your next trip with them. Call them today or visit the website at coveredwagontours.net.
This is 100.5 The Drive music. 100.5 The Drive. The 90s to now. Real music variety. 100.5 The Drive.
Welcome back here live at the Blue Cross Arena as the Rochester Razor Sharks fans getting into today's game. Still 2:16 left to go here in the fourth. Rochester up by 15, but Buffalo had it down to as low as 8 and just could not find that extra button offensively. This game's not over with yet, but Buffalo's going to have to come through with a lot of points, and it helps there for Mr. Glenroy Carr at the free throw line.
Got to score when the clock is off at this point.
Carr's second free throw is good. And that trims it down to a 13-point lead for Rochester with the ball. Still a little over 2 minutes left to go here in the game. Holmes to Randall. To Freddie Durr, working against Boswell. He puts it up, in and out, no good. Rebounded Freeman, and they're going to say foul on Carr.
That's 5 for him.
And that's it for Glenroy Carr. He will head to the bench. In is Gateward for Buffalo. And for Gabe Freeman, 39 points now. Now has the game high for Razor Sharks that has stood the test of time. 10 years. Add the big 4-0 to it. Gabe Freeman in the 10th year for the Razor Sharks will stay on 40. What with a chance for more as the ball's tipped back out to him.
He's going to watch the clock. I do not think they will shoot. until it's under 10. I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, he's milking it. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Gabe Freeman makes his move. Can't get it to go off the side of the rim. Back the other way comes Buffalo. Just over a minute and a half left to go. Marsh over to Gatewood. There's Billups. They got to run a play here, put up a shot, something. Billups for three. That's good. Amir Billups pulls it back. Now a 12-point lead for Rochester. But a minute 15 left to go here in the game. Randall off the dribble. Scoop layup. In for two and the foul.
Yeah, he got hit in the face there, too. He got hit hard.
Kyle Randall, who has been harassed this entire game. If you can give Buffalo credit, they have not allowed Randall, Allman, or Crouch to take control of the game. But unfortunately, the Rochester Razor Sharks had a guy by the name of Gabe Freeman who put in the best performance any Razor Sharks player has ever had. 41 points in this game.
And Allman is in double figures, I believe. I do not have his third quarter stats, but he finished the first half with 8 and then put a few more in.
Less than a minute to go. Marsh deep into that corner. Jumper. Gatewood no good. Rebounded. Boswell. Stolen away. Randall to Corey Ullman to the finish.
And now you can relax a little bit if you are a Razor Shark.
Billups, three is no good. 34 left to go. They pass it to Ullman. Ullman, reverse layup's no good. Hit the side of the rim. Too far underneath the basket.
Good defense by Rochester. Still pressing here.
Nice extra pass there that results in Boswell putting it down for Buffalo. Coach Spahn saying, just get it over.
Yeah.
And
he got hit in the thigh on his way over, too.
That doesn't feel good. And he's not happy about it. With 7 seconds left to go.
Yeah, he's getting harassed over there. And I believe he hit him below the belt.
Which is why he was so testy
Yeah.
in that, as any man would be. So they're going to give Ullman a few minutes to sort of regroup here.
This is where the referee usually bends down and ties his shoe.
Yeah, a few minutes to sort of walk it off. With 7.6 left to go here in the game, Rochester will go on to their 6th win of the year for Buffalo. They dip below 500. They fall to 3-4. Just didn't have the fourth quarter they needed to come back.
In all honesty, they didn't have the second quarter. They were outscored by 10 points in the second.
Well, that third didn't go as well either.
No, it didn't. But
they were outscored by 9 there. So Rochester winning the first quarter. And the second, third quarters. And Buffalo just couldn't get it done here in the fourth. So that'll put Johnny Marsh at the free throw line to wrap up these last few seconds here. His first free throw is good. And we will get Gabe Freeman in a matter of moments for anything other than what he did today that has not been done in 10 years. And Freeman with the basketball will dribble it out, stay at the end and that is it. The Rochester Razor Sharks with a win today, 105-90.